Job what you doing, YouTube? Big Yoda back, and we're coming back with a short video today. I'm going to be going over some of the best ways to defend against some of the more common pass concepts, okay? So just to give you a heads up, what we're going to be going into, how do we stop crossers? How do we stop flood concepts? How do we stop some of these one-play touchdowns over cover three? We're going to be getting to it, okay? So just stick around. Again, we're going to keep this pretty darn short, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is, on offense, you see we're running a play with crossers. On defense, we're running stock cover three. You know, we're going to see that the crossers get wide open pretty much every time. You can have a curl flat there. You can have a cloud flat there. You can have a hard flat there. You can have an outside third, deep half. You can have an outside quarter. It doesn't matter, right? None of those zones are going to play a crosser, unfortunately. So if you know you can't stop a certain route, you know you can't stop the deep crossing route or whatever it is, right? First thing you can do on defense is just say, hey, I'm going to take a fast guy and I'm going to man him up, right? I got Baker, who's pretty darn fast, right? We throw it out. He's running with it. He's running with it. He's running with it. He's running with it. I mean, I could pass that, but like, you know, it's not open, right? So that's one way, okay? On defense, if you come to coaching adjustments, right? So that's way back out here, coaching adjustments, and you go to zone drops, all right? This is where it matters. So you could throw a curl flat. Something that I like to do is throw a curl flat into 25-yard or 20-yard. Now, those curl flats, seam flats, and quarter flats are going to be playing 25 yards. Perfect to handle crossers, okay? So we can try it again. I'm not going to make any adjustments on defense. I'm going to keep it exactly the same, all right? We're going to snap the ball. And look at this, look at this, look at this. Look how not open he was. Purple flats don't play perfectly, okay? So if we go to, so say we had these on 20 yards instead of 25. We run the same thing. All right, we run in base cover three, right? We got that 20-yard curl flat, right? All right, so watch this, watch this. No pass rush, so you got time. Watch, we're gonna roll out to the left, and look at this. We can kind of pass it up and away from the DB in a curl flat, okay? And he's not always gonna quite make it to the sideline. It's weird, but like that's a curl flat. Curl flats are supposed to play the curl than the flat. They don't entirely override that logic. So, you know, you have those purple zones. They don't always play as far outside as you want them to, okay? So what you would do there is you do something a little bit unintuitive, actually. You go back to coaching adjustments, but instead of putting curl flats at 20, right, you put flats at 20, right? So that'll be your hard flats, cloud flats, and soft squats, okay? So, right, you put these guys at 20, 25, right? Now you don't have a short zone, so, right, you probably want to put curl flats at like 5 to 10 yards. But now when you go play cover three, right, and we call the exact same play, right, just some crossing routes, nothing too big of a deal. Now, if you put these guys in hard flats, or you can put them in cloud flats. It doesn't make a difference, right? Hard flats and cloud flats will now play the same because you have a zone drop. All right, so we snap this ball. Watch this. Watch this. Look, he's already on the outside. He's already on the outside. And that is so not open. We couldn't even pass lead up or down or find a way anywhere outside that, all right? He had that sideline. He had that sideline box. You can help him play the sideline better simply by switching your curl flats and your flat flats, all right? You put your flat flats at 20, they will play the outside. So if you see competitive players doing that, right, you see your favorite YouTubers doing that, that's the reason why they're doing that, okay? Is because flats play the outside better than purple flats do, okay? So the next thing I want to talk about is cover three beaters, okay? We got cover three defense, and I'm gonna put a cover three beater out here, okay? Watch this. Watch the cornerback on the right side, all right? Watch how he plays the corner out. He plays the corner out, right? We pass lead that to the outside, and that becomes a cover three beater for a touchdown, okay? That's a touchdown every time. I went over how to do these on offense in one of my other videos, all right? That will be there, okay? But how do we defend that, all right? On defense, what you want to do is you want to press Y or triangle twice, all right? Press that twice. Press the cornerback that you think is going to get beat, right? That's usually the cornerback on the wide side of the field, in this case, right? And you see how on assignments, you can put them in a bunch of things. You put them a hard flat, cloud flat, outside third, man coverage, blitz, whatever, right? You want to put that right stick to the right, all right? Right stick to the right. And that's going to put them in a deep half, okay? you put him in a deep half, he's no longer going to play that corner route, okay? He's not going to play the sideline better. He's going to play the sideline worse, but he will play deep, right? So that's where that chess match comes into play, because if your opponent tries running this cover 3 beater, which I will run again, right? That cover 3 beater is now no longer going to be open. But what is going to be open is the flats, right? You have one guy playing against 2 flats, and he can't do that, okay? But as we just saw, another thing pops up when we do that, right? If we put our cornerback in a deep half here, right? He's not going to play the sideline pretty much at all, right? That's the problem with deep halves. So when on offense, we run a play like this, right? We got a flood concept on the right side in addition to a cover 3 beater. So if we snap the ball, if he's in a deep half, Bird is covered, right? But that right guy, he can't cover both the corner route and the flat route, okay? How do we cover all 3? What you want to do is you come to this guy, all right, Ogba, all right? You're going to press A to quick adjustment, or you can press, what is it? It's left on the D-pad twice, right? That'll get that individual assignment quick adjustments. Click on the defender, and right, when you put him in a, when you change what his responsibility is, you want to change him into a hard flat, all right? So now, when we throw that in a deep half, and we run the exact same play that we were running on offense, right? That cover 3 beater. Watch this, all right? Look how open nothing is, right? He's playing the flat, curl flat's playing the corner, and the deep streak is just getting played by that deep half, right? Nothing is open. If you don't want to take away the pass rush, that's fine. You don't have to, right? You don't have to put Ogba in. Another thing you can do, right, after we put deep half on the field, we can press Y or triangle to get the DB's adjustments, right? And so look at this. You got over top, inside, outside, underneath, right? Over top and underneath will oftentimes change flat routes. They will change the type of flat. So right now we got a curl flat, a purple flat. If we shade underneath, right, that's down, look, those curl flats become hard flats, right? Hard flats play basically the line of scrimmage. They play super shallow, right, if you don't have a zone chop set, right? So now we got the flat covered and the deep covered, but we don't have a curl flat to cover the corner, right? So we take this guy, this linebacker here, Grugier Hill, we individual adjustment him and put him in a curl flat, right? So if you don't want to take away from the pass rush, you can take away from the middle of the field instead. And now, if this is your user's Baker, now you got 2 zones to cover, but you know you're covering those 3 routes on the outside, right? So all this, exact same thing. Covered, 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 covered. Everything is covered. Everything is covered, right? So that's it. So the last thing I want to cover is some of these cover 2 beaters, right? So if we switch over to cover 2 here, right? Sometimes you can get beat deep down the middle. And so how do you cover against that, right? You cover against that by putting your middle linebacker, right? It could actually be any of these linebackers, or not the slot cornerback, but any of these 2 linebackers here, right? You put them in A, and you put him in a middle third, right? So now he's that middle third, he's that deep safety, and now, right, he's gonna play that deep stuff all the way, okay? And that'll stop a lot of those cover 2 beaters, okay? So that's been it from me. It's been Thick Yoda. Throw that like button, cash that subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.